Watch this WhatsApp number for the next few seconds. A customer sends a message asking about pricing. Within 2 seconds, a reply comes back, personalized, accurate, and written in a tone that sounds like a real human on the other end. Then the same customer asks a follow-up question. The number remembers the whole conversation and answers correctly without asking the customer to repeat themselves. Nobody is sitting behind that phone. No employee, no call center. Just a script running quietly in the background, 24 hours a day, answering every single message the moment it arrives, including at 2 a.m. when the business is closed and the customer still gets an answer. That's what you're about to build. This works because you're combining two things that were never designed to work together. WhatsApp, the app 3 billion people already have open on their phone, and a language model that can actually understand what someone is asking and respond like it thinks, instead of matching keywords like the chatbots of a few years ago. Most businesses are still stuck choosing between two bad options. Either they pay a person to sit and answer messages all day, which is slow, expensive, and falls apart the moment that person goes on vacation. Or they set up a rigid chatbot with fixed buttons that frustrates people the moment their question doesn't match one of the preset options, and the customer just leaves. What you're building today skips both problems. It understands free text, however messy or informal. It handles anything a customer throws at it, and it never sleeps, never calls in sick, and never gets short with someone on their 5th question of the day. Before we go further, tap like on this video, drop a comment with the word ready, and subscribe, because the next part is where most people get stuck, and I don't want you missing where I show the fix. Let's start with the 2 paths available to you, because picking the wrong one wastes weeks of work. The first path is the official route, Meta's WhatsApp business platform, sometimes called the Cloud API. You register.
The second path is unofficial libraries, tools that connect to WhatsApp web itself and let your code send and receive messages without going through Meta's approval process. Setup is faster, sometimes minutes instead of days, but you're using a personal WhatsApp number through automation, which technically breaks WhatsApp's terms, and that number can get flagged or banned without warning, sometimes mid-conversation with a real paying customer. Here's the rule I'd give anyone serious about this. If you're testing an idea or building for yourself, the unofficial route is fine. If you're building this for a real business that depends on that number, use the official Cloud API. Losing a business's main contact number because a script got flagged is not a mistake you want to make once, let alone twice, and it's usually the business owner who ends up begging you to fix it at midnight. Now let's build the actual connection, piece by piece. Picture a small furniture store. Customers message asking about delivery times, available colors, and whether a piece is in stock. The owner is drowning in messages by 9 a.m. every day, and by the afternoon, she's answering the same 3 questions for the 20th time. Here's the exact flow we're going to set up for that store. Step 1, the incoming message. When a customer sends a WhatsApp message, Meta's Cloud API sends that message to a webhook, a URL on your server that's waiting to receive it. This webhook contains the customer's phone number, their message text, and a timestamp. Before any of this works, Meta requires you to verify that webhook with a token exchange, basically proving your server is really yours. Skip this step and messages will never arrive.
Step 2. Your server catches that message. This can be a Node.js or Python server you write yourself. Or if you don't want to code, a tool like N8N or Make lets you build this same flow visually, dragging blocks instead of writing lines. For someone building their first automation, the visual route is often the faster way to get something working today instead of next week. Step 3. You take that incoming text and send it to the ChatGPT API. But you don't send it alone. You attach a system prompt, instructions that tell the model exactly who it's supposed to be. For the furniture store, that system prompt might say, "You are a customer support assistant for a furniture store. Answer questions about delivery, materials, and availability. Keep responses under 3 sentences. Never promise a delivery date you don't have confirmed information about." Step 4. The model sends back a reply. Your server takes that reply and sends it right back through the Cloud API to the same customer's WhatsApp number, formatted the same way a person would type it, not like a robotic printout. Step 5, and this one gets skipped constantly. You store the conversation. Every message the customer sent and every reply your system gave needs to be saved and attached to that customer's phone number. Why? Because without that memory, every message looks brand new to the model. Someone asks, "Does it come in blue?" gets an answer, then asks, "How much is it?" And the model has no idea what it refers to anymore. The conversation falls apart in exactly the moment it needs to feel smart, and the customer notices immediately. Let's take a second example, because the pattern changes slightly depending on the business. Picture a small dental clinic instead. Patients message to ask about appointment availability, whether their insurance is accepted, and what a procedure might cost. The stakes here are higher than furniture. A wrong answer about insurance coverage isn't just annoying, it can cost the patient real money and cost the clinic a furious phone call later. This is exactly why the next part matters so much. Now, here's something that trips up almost everyone who builds this, and it's worth slowing down for.
The model doesn't actually know your business. It knows language. It knows how to sound confident. And that confidence is dangerous. Because if a patient asks, "Do you accept my insurance?" and your system prompt hasn't given the model the clinic's real accepted insurance list, it will guess. And it will guess in a tone that sounds completely certain. It might say yes when the answer is no. It might quote a price that changed last month, or describe a procedure the clinic doesn't even offer anymore. This isn't a small bug. This is the difference between a tool that builds trust and one that creates refund requests, canceled appointments, and angry reviews. A customer doesn't care that the AI made a mistake. They care that your business told them something false, and they'll remember that far longer than they'll remember a fast reply. There's a second, quieter mistake worth mentioning here too. Forgetting to plan for what happens when the model genuinely doesn't know the answer. Without instructions telling it otherwise, it will still try to answer rather than admit uncertainty, because that's simply how these models are trained to behave. Your system prompt needs an explicit escape hatch. Something like, if you are not confident in the answer, tell the customer a team member will follow up shortly, and flag this conversation for a human. That single instruction alone can save a business from a wave of bad information going out under their name. So before you launch this for any real business, test it with the exact questions customers actually ask, including the awkward edge cases, and watch closely for moments where it sounds sure of something it shouldn't be sure of. Now, the fix. And this is the part that separates a toy demo from something you could actually charge a business for.
You ground the model in real data. Instead of letting it answer from general knowledge, you feed it the store's or clinic's actual product list, actual prices, actual insurance partners, and actual policies as part of every request. This is often called retrieval. Before the model answers, your system searches a small database or document for the relevant facts, then hands those facts to the model along with the question. So instead of the model guessing whether the oak table is in stock, your system pulls the real inventory number first, gives it to the model, and says, using only this information, answer the customer. Now the model isn't performing confidence, it's reporting facts, and it stays inside the boundary of what the business actually knows to be true. This one change is what makes a WhatsApp assistant trustworthy enough to actually run a business through, instead of just impressing people in a demo and then quietly costing that business customers a month later. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. Once this foundation is working, you can layer on almost anything. Voice note replies instead of just text, multiple languages depending on who's messaging, automatic handoff to a human when a question gets too complex or too emotional for a script to handle, or even connecting it to a booking system so it can schedule appointments directly inside the conversation, checking real calendar availability before confirming a time. None of that works, though, if the foundation is shaky. Get the memory right. Get the grounding right. Give it a way to admit what it doesn't know. Test it like a suspicious customer would, not like someone who already knows how it's supposed to work and only asks the easy questions.